Hey guys, welcome to today's video wherein we will be solving the question fraction to recurring decimal. So we are given two integers which represent numerator and denominator of a fraction, and we need to return the fraction in string format. If the fractional part is repeating, enclose the repeating part in parentheses. Okay. If multiple answers are possible, return any of them. It is guaranteed that the length of the answer string is less than 10 raised to 4 for all given inputs. Okay, now let's look at examples. For numerator 1, denominator 2, we are getting 0.5. Pretty straightforward. They have just divided it. For numerator 2, denominator 1, again, pretty straightforward, 2. However, for numerator 4, denominator 3, they have divided and they got a recurring fraction, recurring decimal. So basically what they are trying to say is 4 divided by 3 will be equal to 0.012, so on to the eternity. Okay. So instead of that, we need to replace the repeating part with this. I'll give you another example. Let's say the question was 1 by 6. Numerator was 1, denominator was 6. So what they expect, the answer to this is, by the way, 0.16666 and so on. Okay. So they expect us to return this. Okay. This is what is expected to be returned. Of course, the string value of it. Not exactly this. This is what they expect us to return. Okay. So let's dive into the solution. It's pretty straightforward. Okay. So for solution, I will be taking you to my whiteboard wherein I'll tell you how simple the solution actually is. So I'll write down three cases. 5 divided by 2. Second case is 10 divided by 2. Third case is 14 divided by 3. Fourth case is 400 divided by 333. Okay. So let's divide 5 by 2. 5, 2 using long division method. So 2 2s are 4 and 1. We put a point here. When we put a point here, we add a 0. 5, so 10. And 0. So basically what we do is we keep dividing until remainder equal to 0, right? So let's look at this case. This is also pretty straightforward. 2 divided by 10 is 2 5s are 10. We got the remainder as 0. So we stop as soon as we get 0. So the third case is 14 divided by 3. Okay. So 3 4s are 12. 2.0 18. We again get 2. Notice that initially we had got 2 as a reminder and we again got 2. Okay. So what do we do here? We add a 0, then again 6 and so on. It keeps on repeating. Okay. So here we notice that we stop either when the remainder is 0 or the remainder is something that we have already seen. If you're not thorough, I'll explain this with a very good example here. Okay. So I'm dividing 400 divided by 333. So 1s are 333. If we subtract, we get 67. Now since 67, let's keep a track of remainder actually. So this is our first remainder, 67, since it is smaller than the divisor, right? So now we add a point. When we add a point, we add a 0, right? So 2s are 666 minus we get 4. So notice that 4 is our second remainder. Okay. So now what we do is we add 0. So 333 zeros are 0, 40 minus. Notice that 40 is a third reminder. Okay. So now we add another 0. This is 1, 6. Sorry. That's 1, not 2. So this is 3, 33. So when we subtract it, we get 67. Okay, so this is our fourth reminder. But then we see that we already had 67, right? So eventually we are again going to get 4 as our reminder, then 40, then 67. The cycle is going to keep repeating. So basically what we will get our answer as is 1.201, then again 201, again 201, and so on. So all we need to do is we need to return 201, okay, in parentheses. So that's pretty much it. Okay, you need to code this down line by line as per the algorithm. Okay, so alright, so I'll be pasting the solution, and it's pretty self-explanatory, and you'll understand. I have commented down a few comments to help you understand. Okay, so n is our numerator, d is our denominator. Okay, if n is 0, then we return 0 directly. This is the answer which we will be returning later on. We will join it into a string and return. This block handles for negative numbers. If numerator or denominator, either one of them is 0, and either one of them is lesser than 0, then we append our answer with minus as a suffix. Now let's try run our code for 400 divided by 333. Okay, so this part corresponds to 333. Ones are 333. Okay, so it corresponds till here. Okay, so that is what it is corresponding to, and our reminder is 67. That's what we get our first reminder as, right? 67. Now had our reminder been 0, we straight away return the answer, right? So we check if the reminder is 0, we straight away return the answer, or else we add a point. Okay, we add a point like this. We added a point here, right? Now after adding a point, we create a hash map and we run the loop until the reminder is 0. We keep on dividing. Okay, or until the reminder is not in our hash map. And until a reminder is not in our hash map. What I mean is, until a reminder is 0, or until we have seen a reminder that has already occurred once. Okay, if either of these conditions are not met, we need to keep running the loop. Okay, so this part corresponds to adding the parenthesis at right place. So I'm storing the location where I will be adding the parenthesis if I see a recurring reminder later on. This part corresponds to basically adding the 0 at the end of 67. Okay, and then we increase our answer by reminder divided by d. So basically 333 2s are 666, right? So this 2 we add it into our array. Okay, and then the reminder, our new reminder is reminder minus 2 into 333. So our new reminder is 4. Okay, since our reminder is 4, this loop will repeat again. Okay, so when our reminder becomes 67, we come out of the loop, and then we see here if our reminder is in hash map, then we append the parentheses at appropriate places and return the answer, or else it must mean that our reminder got 0 at some point, just like it got 0 over here, and we simply return the answer. So that's pretty much it. Let me run this code and see whether this works. Of course it works because I have already tested it, but then, for your sake. See, it works.